Hi guys, and welcome to part 4 of my ultimate guide to tiered link building. In this video you're going to learn how to export a live list of your tier 1 links and check that they are valid, how to generate all the content that we will need for tiers 2 and 3 in a couple of clicks, how to use that content in the right way, and finally how to set up your tier 2 and 3 campaigns in 10 minutes. Okay, so you can see that our project is pretty much completed here. One thing I want to show you before exporting the live links is the attention required column. These are submissions that have failed. So to retry any failed tasks, you can just click on the project that you want, click on the task log, make sure completed items are excluded, and then come over here and select all, right click, retry, selected, and that'll retry all the failed tasks. So it's up to you if you want to do that. To export the live links, all we need to do is click on the task, right click, live link report, click on copy to clipboard, and then make a note of them in a separate notepad file. And if you just go through all of the tasks doing this, you'll eventually end up with a big list of your tier 1 links. So I'm just going to pause the video while I do that. So now you should have a list of all of your live tier 1 URLs, and you need to save that somewhere. And you can see I've got it here. You also need to create another text file with your money site URLs in it. And what we're going to do is use Scrapebox to check the live links. So to do that, for websites, we need to open your URLs. For blog lists, we need to pick the live links text file. And if you just have a look in here, the your URLs file, I built links to yourdomain.com and google.co.uk in the previous examples just to show you how this works. So this would probably be your money site in here. And here is the live links that we've just exported from Bookmarking Daemon. So I untick use proxies, make sure check links is clicked here, and then just press check links, and you'll see a big long list of your live links, and it's going to go out and look at every single one of these and check if your links to your 2 money sites or whatever you've linked to is still present. So load this up, hit start, and I'll be back once it's finished. Once that's finished, you can see all of the links that it's found and the anchor text and everything like that. So we need to clean this list up and remove any of the dead ones. So we're going to export links, export all as Excel. And we are going to call this link tracker. Okay. And then if we open up the link tracker that we've just exported, hang on, that's opened on my other window, there we go. Sort these A to Z, expand the selection, and we want to remove anything that isn't found. Okay. So we now have a final list of our live tier 1 links, and we can use this list to begin building our tier 2 and tier 3 links. You should try and keep the spreadsheet kind of roughly organized and up to date. I always create tabs like this: tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And then I regularly export my links and add them to this spreadsheet here so I can keep track of all my tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 links that I've created. So now we have a live list of our tier 1 links. We just need to generate the content for our tier 2 and tier 3 link campaigns. To do that, I'm going to use a piece of software called Content Machine. I used to use GetArticle Pro to do this, but the developers since abandoned it, and Content Machine just makes things really easy to do. So the first thing that you need to do when you open a program is come into the scraper options here, enter your best spinner API details, choose a Beta Thesaurus and word amount 4. You can play with this, that's just what I like to use. You can also import proxies if you choose so, but I don't need to for this example. Content Machine essentially just goes out and scrapes loads of content based on your keywords and then spins it together so you can use it however you want. You can use 1, 2, or 3 keywords to scrape content for. I'm just going to use 1 in this example. And it's as easy as filling out your campaign name, entering your keywords, and then clicking generate content. Before we do that though, I want to explain contextual links. You can actually insert a list of keywords and URLs, and it will automatically insert those into the articles that it generates. So this is a great way to disguise your money links a bit. We're not going to use it in this specific example. I'm going to use it later on in this tutorial though, but I just wanted to point that out to you. So for the meantime, contextual links 0, and then just hit generate content. And straight away this is going out and fetching loads of content sources, and then it will spin it all together. So I'm going to pause the video and resume it once it's completed. Okay, that's finished. So if we click on OK, and just to show you what it's done, if you come to the articles tab here, we've got a scraped article that we can use, and all bookmark titles and bodies and tags and categories. And we can just preview some of these here. Look, it's not perfect, but it'll do for the purpose that we're going to use it for. But the real magic in Content Machine are the export options, and this is what makes it a really efficient program. So if we just come up to the output options here, there's loads of options. Just copy my options for these tier 2 links, the tier 2 content that we're going to generate. Article spin normal. We'll have a random paragraph count between 7 and 10. No spacing, blank line spacing on the article output. Bookmarks, normal spin. Paragraph mixer randomization level set to 10. Sentence mixer we're not going to use just yet, but we will do soon. And we can just leave these unticked as well and hit apply. So now if we click the export button, and we'll see the file builder open here, all we need to do is come down here, select the GSA template and click on export, and I'm going to save that as tier 2 content. Save. And once that's finished exporting, I'll show you how to... Oh, it's done already. Okay, so let's just minimize that. And now to generate the tier 3 content, if we just close that, come back into our output options, and this time we're going to use a sentence mixer instead. And we're going to have between 4 and 6 sentences per paragraph. That'll do. And click apply, and then export again. Select the GSA template, click export, and then we're going to save this as tier 3 content. Save. So to build a tier 2 and 3 links, we're going to use a program called GSA Search Engine Ranker, and it's a pretty cool program. It supports a huge amount of platforms, all these different article platforms, blog platforms, guest books, social bookmarks, social networks, Web2 sites. It supports hundreds of platforms. And it's actually really easy to set up and use. What's really cool about it is it will automatically go out and scrape target sites to post to, and then submit your links, confirm any emails that it needs to, and it will also verify all of the live links for you, as well as ping them and send them out to indexing services. It's a really efficient tool and very easy to set up. So let me just take you through some of the options that you'll need to set up here. On the submission tab, you can choose how many threads to use. I've got it set to 100. You'll need to make sure you're using proxies everywhere. You can configure this, tell it to automatically search for new proxies every 60 minutes, and it'll actually automatically go and find those for you and test them, so you don't even need to load any proxies into it. Just back into the options here. For your capture settings, I recommend using Capture Sniper. I'll go over Capture Sniper in a moment, but with GSA, you really do need to use Capture Sniper. Otherwise, you're going to end up spending an awful lot of money on captures. Indexing options, it'll automatically ping, and you can add your own ping list in here, and it can also support lots of other link indexing services. GSA SEO Indexer I don't personally use myself, even though it's ticked here. I do intend to buy it at some point, and that essentially just goes out and submits your links to all of like the Whois type websites to try and get them indexed. Off the top of my head, I think this tool is only like $20, so it's worth buying. I just haven't actually got around to doing it myself yet. You've then got filter options to make sure that your links don't get posted on any sites that are on malware lists and things like that. I don't use this option personally. And then you get advanced settings here, and it'll actually go and save all of the platforms and verified links that it finds. So you actually end up with a master list of all these different postable platforms that you can use, and you can import these into other programs as well, such as this JCal list here that would go into Ultimate Daemon without a problem, this MediaWiki list here, and so on. So it is a really good bit of software. It's available for a one-time payment. There's no monthly subscription or anything like that. So yeah, highly recommended it. I just wanted to show you Capture Sniper quickly. It's a program that sits locally on your machine, and as you can see here, it automatically solves captures. Now, GSA will burn through captures. Here you can see I've already solved 105,000 captures with Capture Sniper. And if I'd have done that via Death by Capture, that would have cost, I think it's $139 to solve 100,000 captures. Capture Sniper is available for $97, so you can see it's already paid for itself and will continue to do so. It's a really important piece of software to be using with GSA. It supports captures from loads of different platforms, as you can see here, and you can also add your own user-defined captures in here as well. So although it does cost $97 up front, it will save you a huge amount of money with the more links that you build over time. So I seriously recommend that you pick up Capture Sniper as soon as you can. So let me show you how quickly we can set up a campaign in GSA. If we come to New, and we're going to set up our Tier 2 campaign here, so just untick everything here, and then we're going to select article, blog comment, directory, image comment, social bookmark, social network, and web 2. And you can see we've got all these fields of data that we need to fill in for it to complete the campaign. What we need to do is import all the content that we've just exported from Content Machine. So to do that, if we come to Tools, Import Data Fields, and then import our Tier 2 content, you can see, just click Test here, that's already added in a lot of the fields, the article summary, the article title. So all we need to do is go through this and fill out any remaining fields, and that's pretty easy to do. So the first one is to import our Tier 1 links, which I have on the clipboard. So if we go to Edit, Import from Clipboard, and you can see it's added our 200 Tier 1 links. Click OK. You've got a few options here. The use keywords as anchor text. You should have that ticked. You can also choose to include generic and natural anchor text at a percentage you set, and you can edit the list of these here. There's quite a few included. I just use a default list and leave that at 20%, and I also use anchor text variations with 20%, and you can see an example of what that does there. You also need to add in a email address, which we've just done there, and come down and edit our categories. So money, finance, and we'll go with business. Okay. And the only things we need to do is come to this field that appears to be blank, select all and copy it and paste it into German. Description 250, we need to paste into German 250 as well as Polish 250. Description 450 also needs to go into German 450 and Polish 450. And if we have a test of that and make sure we've got no blank fields, everything's looking pretty good there. Every heading's got some content underneath it, so we can close that. And that's the entire content for the campaign done and set up. We don't need to worry about that anymore. If we come across to options here, there's loads of different options. For our tier 2 links, we're going to skip sites with more than 70 links. We're going to leave the PR setting blank, and most of the options we're going to leave at default. If a form can't be filled like category, choose random. We're going to leave all of those as they are. Right click here, check all with English language. So they're the search engines that it uses to go out and find the targets to post to. And you've got some other filtering options here, but I don't use these. Final step, email verification. I've already filled it in here. Just give it a test to make sure that everything's working as it should be. Login successful, okay. And that is it. That is your entire tier 2 campaign set up and ready to rock and roll. All we've got to do is press OK. Sometimes you get these, I just ignore these little errors. And there we go. So if we find the campaign here, modify project and rename it, I'm going to call that video tutorial tier 2. Okay. So setting up the tier 3 links we pretty much do in the same way. Click new. This time we're going to tick all of these. And except for video. Up here we need to tick use verified URLs of another project, which is going to be the tier 2 project that we've just created. Tick that and press OK. And then come down here and import our tier 3 content. Okay, so if we just have a test of that, we can see that we need to fill out a few fields, a category and website title and descriptions down here. So let's go through it. Email address, you need to use a separate email address than you did for your tier 2 campaign. Tick these. Let's come down here and category, money, finance, business. Okay, let's come down a bit further to this website title. It looks blank. Press Ctrl and A and Ctrl and C, and down to here Ctrl and V. Let's copy the description 250 into description 250 German and description 250 Polish, and then description 450 into the German and Polish. And if we come on test here and just have another look, and we can see everything's looking pretty filled out now. So then come across to options, skip sites with more than, oh actually no, we leave all of this as default for our tier 3. The only thing that we do change here is choose random, and again right click here, check all with English language, and come across to email verification. I've already got it set up here. Just give that a test and make sure everything's working as it should be, and hit OK. And that is your tier 2 and tier 3 projects completely set up. You can see that didn't take very long at all, and we can just hit OK on there. And if we come in our projects list, we can see down here our 2 new projects, and all we need to do is click on start, and that'll automatically go out and fire up all the threads and start building the links for you. So that is GSA Search Engine Ranker for your tier 2 and 3 links. It really is as easy as that. So now you've seen how quick and easy it is to set up a multi-tiered link campaign with GSA and Content Machine. I want to show you how to build a huge auto-growing self-healing Web 2 link pyramid in thousands. If you take a look at this diagram here, you can see the traditional link pyramid structure all made up of Web 2 sites and blog posts. We're actually going to be building this structure to our tier 1 links. So up here you should assume that these are all our tier 1 links. Now I want you to pay attention to this levels number here, 336. What that means is that the first 3 are these 3 tier 1 Web 2 accounts. The second 3 means for each of the tier 1 accounts it will build 3 Web 2 accounts. So as you can see there, levels 3, and then this next levels 3 is here, here, and here. And then for each of the 3 tier 2 Web 2 properties, it will build 6 Web 2 properties to each of those. So I want you to understand and pay attention to that number because it's an option that we're going to be changing in the software we're going to use to do all this. So let me show you how to do it and get stuck straight in. So this is Linkwheel Bandit. If you've not seen it before, it's an amazing piece of software. It's really quick and easy to set up campaigns, and it's literally a set and forget piece of software, and it will auto grow out your Web 2 link pyramids at an amazing rate. It's an all-round amazing tool. The developer's currently working on version 2 of it right now. He's got it in beta testing, so that'll be available soon. But at the moment, I'm just using the current release. So let me show you around and the things that you need to do. First of all, you need to come up to Tools, Edit Global Settings, and there's a few things you can tweak here. You're probably alright leaving it at the default settings. You might want to turn the threads up or down depending on how powerful your computer is. Next, you want to enter your capture settings. So either deCAPTCHA or Death by Capture. I personally pick Death by Capture because it's cheaper. And then as we come across the tabs here, Article Manager, you can load articles into the software from a folder, which is what we're going to do with the help of Content Machine. You need to load all of your proxies in. The more proxies the better. Try and use private proxies here because you will be creating an awful lot of Web 2 accounts. So the more private proxies you have and the not spammed public ones, the better. Domain Manager. What you actually need to do here is set up catch-all email on your hosting accounts. You can't use free email addresses here. You need to use an actual domain that's hosted through cPanel. You can set up a catch-all email address, which means no matter if an email sent to the domain and the email address doesn't exist, it all gets routed to one email address. So this software will just go out and create loads of accounts with loads of random email addresses at your domain, and then it only has to log into one email address account to download all the verification emails. I'm not going to step you through how to set up a catch-all email address. It's pretty easy. Just Google it if you get stuck. So that is Linkwheel Bandit. The first thing that we're going to do before anything else though is go and prepare some content. So for that we're going to fire Content Machine back up. Okay, so I've already created a campaign in Content Machine. You can see here I've used 3 keywords this time. The reason for this is because these articles are going to be getting posted out thousands of times. I want as much source content as possible to keep the uniqueness up. And remember last time we were in Content Machine I talked about the contextual links. Well, we're going to be setting those up this time. So to do that it's really easy. We're just going to head to Scrapebox quickly, so bear with me a second. So first of all I'm going to scrape a big list of websites that are relevant to the content. So we're going to do that with something like payday loan, title same day loan, and that should be enough. Let's make sure use proxies is ticked and start harvesting. Let's just let that run through quickly. Okay, that's done. So we can remove duplicate URLs and then copy it to your clipboard and keep it somewhere safe because we'll need those URLs in a minute. Next, we need a list of keywords to work with. If you remember, in an earlier video, we prepared a list of related keywords. If you just paste them into here and press scrape, that will go out and find loads of keywords for us. So I'll just pause the video while that completes. Okay, that's finished. So if we remove duplicate keywords and then select them all and copy them somewhere safe, because we'll be needing those in a minute, and let's head back over to Content Machine. So to add those contextual links, I'm just going to use 2 contextual links. We want them in HTML format because that's what Web2 platforms use. And in the main keyword tab, if we select our keyword set and paste it in here, and also paste it for the second keyword, and then copy the URLs in like that. And once you've done that, just hit reload content, and that will add all of these relevant contextual links into the generated content it's already produced. Okay, that's generated all the content with our contextual links in it. Now what we need to do is come to output options and check all this out. Normal spin, random paragraph count, paragraph space and blank line. We're going to do these on the paragraph level. YouTube videos and images. We're gonna do some posts with these, but the initial batch we're just going to do without these. I'm actually going to create a set of articles without images or videos, some with images, some with videos, and some that are character spun and some that are normal spun. So I'll take you through how to do all of that. But these options are looking pretty good for the first set that I want to create. If we come up to export here, now for Link Wheel Bandit, although this comes with its own templates, it doesn't come with a template for Link Wheel Bandit. So to create one, we're going to click on New, and Link Wheel Bandit imports articles. It takes the first line as the title and the rest of it as a body. So we are going to insert a nested spun title as the first line. We'll have a nested spin summary, and then we'll have a spun article body and a nested resource. Now the reason we're only using a spun article body is if you use a nested one and output the articles, they come in pretty big, like 800 kilobytes to 900 kilobytes each, and Link Wheel Bandit seems to struggle with articles over about 600 kilobytes. So that's why we use the spun tag here and not the nested tag, but we surround that spun content with a nested summary and a nested resource. So once we've done that, file name extension .text, that's fine. We just need to save that as Link Wheel Bandit, and we'll be able to use this template over and over again now. So if we close that, select Link Wheel Bandit here, how many articles do we want to create? I'm going to create 25 with the settings that we did before and hit export. And I'm going to call those payday and click save, and once they're exported I'm going to resume the video. Okay, they're done. So if we just hit OK, and it'll open the folder, so minimize that and close the files builder, come back to output options. We're going to change some things. How about this time we have some videos in the body. We'll center align them, auto resize them 400 width so they don't overlap on any of the Web2s we point to, and choose a random paragraph to insert the videos into and hit apply. Come back to export and select the Link Wheel Bandit template. I'm going to create, I don't know, 25 of these as well, and click export, and we'll just call these payday video, save, and I'm just going to pause them in. And they're done now. So the same process, close that, output options, This time we'll have some with just images inserted. We'll center align them, auto resize by width 400 again, and choose a random paragraph to insert them in, and hit apply, export. Select our Link Wheel Bandit template. We'll have, I don't know, another 25 of these. Click export, and it's going to be payday image, save, and I'll pause the video again. Okay, they're done, and we're going to do the exact same process again. Close that, output options. This time I'm just going to show you character spinning, but you could also do an export with both images and videos. Let's assume you've done that. Let's do some normal spin and character spin output. And again, with this checked, you probably want to do 25 of just videos, 25 of just images, 25 with both, and 25 of no images or videos. So I'm just going to export this quickly. So normal spin and character spin. I'll include images and hit apply, export. You know the drill by now, and we'll have 25 of those as well. Payday character. Okay, and I'm just going to pause a minute. And that's a character spun one's done. So you get the general idea. Just keep closing this, output options, normal spin and character spin. We've not done one of those with images and videos yet, so I'll just do one more of those, but just keep tweaking these options so you get lots of articles. We want about 200 in total, something like that. So just keep going through, tweaking these until you've got 200 in total. So apply, export, Link Wheel Bandit, 25, export, and I will resume the video just once these are done. So as you can see here, we've got loads of articles that Content Machine has outputted for us. If we just open one up and have a look what it looks like. Notepad's probably going to struggle with this because it's so big. One moment. There we go. So all of this there is just the title. That's a big title. And then the rest of it down here is the body. There's the contextual links. So as you can see, that's the perfect article to load into Link Wheel Bandit. So let's head over there and set up our campaigns. Creating campaigns with Link Wheel Bandit is really easy. We just click Create Link Wheel, and that opens this window here. We can give it a name and set Link Wheel active. The social bookmark part of Link Wheel Bandit doesn't work at the moment, so you can disable that. Link wheel structure, remember those numbers from before, 336? That's these numbers here. So what we're actually going to have is 10, 10, 10. So that's 10 Web2 properties, which will each have a number of articles on them. And for every one of those tier 1 properties, there'll be 10 tier Web 2 properties pointing to those. And for every one of these tier 2 properties, there'll be 10 pointing to that. So as you can see, that is a massive, massive link pyramid that we're going to be creating. Account post interval. Depending how quickly you want to grow these link pyramids, I usually go with hourly. So it posts an article hourly. To each Web2 account, and then I grow the link wheel after each Web2 has had 3 posts onto it. I like to limit the max posts per account. On the tier 1, I like them to only have sort of 5 articles, maybe 6 on there, and then 10 on the second tier, up to 15 on the third tier. There's no hard and fast rule to these numbers. You can tweak them and play with them how you like. So that brings us to the links distribution tab. Now our target URLs are our list of tier 1 links, which I'm just going to get onto my clipboard quickly and paste in over here. There we go. And we have a few different settings here. Do not interlink tier 1. I usually leave that ticked. Do not link to the target URL from tier 2 or 3. I leave that unticked because I like to keep things looking a bit random and disorganized and not so structured. Link distribution for tier 2 and 3. You can either have it link more to the same tier or link more to the upper tiers. I like to keep this here so it's still linking in an upward direction, but it's still also linking across as well. It just makes things look a bit more drunk and random. And the target URL distribution for tiers 2 and 3, we want to use more random Web2s than the target URLs on the second and third tiers. And finally, we have the keyword settings tab. The main keywords are the keywords that are used to link to our tier 1 properties from Ultimate Daemon. We prepared a list of related keywords in an earlier video, so we just paste that in. Alternate keywords we generated earlier for use in Content Machine contextual links, so we can just paste those in there, and they can also be used as the title keywords, and this is the title of our Web2 properties that it's going to create. Keyword distribution, only use main keywords when linking to target URLs. They are our tier 1 links from Ultimate Daemon. And use only alternate keywords for tiers 2 and 3, which are these here. Keyword distribution ratio, I like to keep on in the middle. And if you hit save, that is all of the setup pretty much done for that link wheel. All we need to do now is import the articles. As we've already prepared the articles, it is very quick and easy process. Just come to the article manager here, select the link wheel that we're working on at the moment. If you want to, you can assign certain articles to certain tiers, but I tend not to bother. And if we just click on load articles here, here are all the articles we generated before. And to actually load them, you need to select the folder that they're in, click open, and that will begin to import them. So I'm just going to pause the video while it does that. Okay, that's now completed. So we just click OK, come back to the dashboard here and hit start, and that will automatically go out and start building all of our link wheels for us. So let's recap on what we've done. First of all, we created tier 2 and 3 campaigns in GSA Search Engine Ranker. Then we used Link Wheel Bandit to create a huge multi-tiered Web2 campaign that actually introduces a 4th tier of links. The best bit about all of that is that you can now sit back as tier 2 and beyond gets built out and continues to grow forever. This will guarantee that all of your tier 1 and tier 2 links will get indexed. Not only that, but in a few weeks' time, your tier 1 links are going to be supercharged with authority, and they will pick up a page rank of 1 to 4 on the next update with ease. But most importantly, above anything else, is the fact that you've created millions of unique paths for search engine spiders to find your site. This is overlooked by most people, but keeping the search spiders coming to your site over and over again has a huge influence on ranking. This is where the real power of tiered linking lies. Well, that just about wraps up this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to export and organize all of your links, how to get every single link indexed, even the character spun stuff, and how to send the search spiders ripping through all of your tiers.
That brings us to the end of this part of the series, so thank you for watching. You've got a couple of options right now. You can either watch the next video in the series or use a tutorial guide on your screen now to select which part you want to watch next. If you have any questions or want more great tutorials like this, then head over to my blog to check out all my posts. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog. See ya!